I'm excited to get into Birth is for Pussies, amazing short film we both worked on. But before that, here at Bionic Buzz, we're all about people's passions. I wonder if passion would be filmmakers, storytellers kind of come from, led you on this amazing journey. Hannah, why don't we start with you?
Um, I came to filmmaking really through acting, and that's kind of my main creative pursuit. And, as an actor, it's very difficult to get parts. There's just too many actors and too few projects. So, one way around that is to create your own work. And there's a really wonderful indie film community in New York of people just finding a way to make it happen. And that was really the energy behind this project. And it was my first time writing, directing, being a filmmaker. And I think acting gives great training for that in terms of understanding film sets and understanding story and understanding a lot of different roles, but it was certainly a really wonderful initiation into filmmaking. And I credit a lot of that to Celine, who is much more experienced than me and really was that driving indie force in our project, finding a way to make it happen. So I'll throw it to you, Celine, with your experience on that side.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm in headphones.
Yeah, I
Okay,
can hear
cool.
you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I think so Hannah and I met through like a mutual friend collaborator that we both work with. And I knew that Hannah had this script that she was like, okay, I have this idea, I have this script. I just don't know how to make it happen. And people keep telling me it's too hard to make it happen. And I'm very scrappy and a little bit bullish and have been working in the indie scene in New York for like about a decade.
Mhm.
And I was like, we can absolutely do this. No questions asked, kind of. So we just kind of dove in and we wanted it to feel like a real New York story. And so, like, the apartments, like, they're apartments I've spent years of my life in, or friends of ours have, or things like that. So it really is this kind of community, like we're putting New York on screen. And I think that's important to the show and to the project and also to Hannah's experiences as a doula. Yeah.
Yeah. Diana, because how long you've been a doula for? I obviously got the inspiration for the because of it.
Yeah, exactly. I've been a doula for about 10 years
Mhm.
and almost pretty quickly into my doula experiences, I was like, this would make great TV because the stories are so real, so raw, so human. They intersect across class, gender, race, like everything comes up during birth. And also as a young person in New York City, navigating, helping strangers give birth while trying to like be a young person, having fun in New York was an interesting balance. So yeah, I think certainly pretty quickly I was like, this would be amazing storytelling. And it's nothing I've seen. A lot of the births that we see on TV are sensationalized and depict a dramatic kind of untruthful unfolding of how that happens. So
Absolutely.
yeah, I just wanted to kind of show some more truth behind it, partially because of how good the stories are, but also from a little bit of a mission standpoint. A lot of my clients, when I first meet with them, say to me like, oh, like I know about birth from the movies. And I'm like, oh boy, and that creates fear. Like the birth in the movies makes people really scared, and that shapes our culture and how we give birth. And that's pretty crazy that it can have that much impact.
I love that. Yeah, I've never experienced my two kids getting born, and I was like, okay, it's not like what I've seen in the movies.
Right. And what a crazy thing that like you maybe have never experienced birth, seen birth for real, or really know about it until it's you going through it.
Mhm.
And I think that really does a disservice to us when we can know about it. It's just we don't talk about it and we don't share those stories.
Yeah. We'll talk about the locations because you show dynamic range of different peoples in New York. You got the single mom, you got the kind of I would assume the rich couple, that has a really nice view of New York City skyline.
Yeah. For me, something that always kind of surprises me in a day in the life of a doula is that I can be in someone's extremely wealthy penthouse apartment where they've got nannies and all of this stuff and I'm like, whoa, this is ultra wealthy. And then the next minute I'm in East New York helping a family who doesn't speak English, or, there's just such a huge yo-yoing across those socioeconomic experiences. And I think that it highlights a lot of I didn't want to preach in the film at all. I really just wanted people to notice, which it sounds like is what happened for you, of like noticing that contrast in location and in experiences for those different types of people giving birth. And as Celine mentioned, like we had to ask favors and have people help us out to get these locations. Part of it also knowing that shooting in a hospital was going to be out of range for us. So I really purposefully made the script without a actual birth at the end at a hospital or anything, so that we could kind of journey in New York City itself in these apartments.
Celine, talk about getting the locations for shooting.
Yeah, no, I think that was one of the first things I was also drawn to in this script. I think like I'm a born and raised New Yorker, so that's what's beautiful to me about New York, is that in 1 second or on the same block, you're passing people of like completely different backgrounds, socioeconomic backgrounds, like cultural backgrounds, and they're all just kind of vibing, or not, which is also interesting. The apartment that Celeste's apartment was very important. That final apartment, we wanted something that felt like New York and old and decrepit and funky, but also was big enough to fit our crew of 30. And so actually the apartment that we shot hers in, we wallpapered her entire bathroom. She slept at my house for 4 nights. I was sleeping somewhere else. Like, we played a little like game in order to get in there and completely transformed it. She sees the movie and she's like, where's my house? And I think that was important to kind of do that. And then with the Tribeca penthouse as well, it was this like similar thing of like, who do we know that has access to this? And how can we kind of put that on screen? Because it's important. You see that opening shot and the type of people they are. Yeah. So, and that was also with our production designer, Marissa, who's brilliant. She was like, how do we even accentuate the differences of these spaces in terms of color and texture and all of that?
Well, it's a beautiful short film, and congratulations both of you, because it's going to have its world premiere at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Part of the independent TV pilot competition. That's a big deal. So it's going to be on Saturday, March 14th at the Alamo Draft House at 3 p.m. if anyone attending the festival. How does it feel to be being part of that?
Well, thank you. And it feels amazing. It was certainly not something we expected. You make these things and you hope people resonate with it and you hope it gets seen. But it's a really wonderful place to be premiering for us. I think it's a perfect fit with the energy of the film. And we're just really grateful. It's really such an exciting thing for the project.
Yeah, it's that thing of like, we're like still finishing it. We're like, it's never done. And then you get in and you're like, now it has to be done. And we have to put it down and like ice the cake and not touch it again. So it was good. It's been a beautiful experience, honestly, working with Hannah and having our collaboration kind of build this fire. You make this work in silence. Like there's a cacophony around production, and then there's like a year and a half where it's like just her and I, and you start to feel like you're in an echo chamber. And the second someone else breaks in, you're like, I'm not crazy. So I think it was a big, like, we're not crazy moment.
I love that. Anything else in the works you're allowed to talk about before I let you go?
Well, just really trying to continue developing, for me, this project. And, Celine and I are really focused on making the most out of this festival run. And hopefully this is just the beginning of that for us. So this next few months is really all in for the film. But Celine is working on some other things as well. I'll let you
Yeah, we're both filmmakers. We're both
Yeah.
hustling. It's multiple projects. Like Hannah's launching this incredible like motherhood hydration company as well. So it's like a multi-prong approach. I think that's what makes indie filmmaking and this story feel so real, is that we're hustling. This is one lane of hustle and we want to take it far, but we have passion, and Hannah's in that space. And you can speak more about that, and I'll make any movie, really.
I think that's the thing, is like when you are at, we're not at the level where we have projects that are just like, oh yes, let's choose this one, this one, this one. So we're at the point where we are still, hustling. Maybe we always will, Celine.
Yeah.
Which is part of the fun, is like, how the hell do you make these things happen for yourself? And part of that is also, though, understanding that unfortunately, like, indie film isn't well funded. That's always the problem. And for new voices like us, like, we're really trying to get out there, but it just takes a lot. And so, yeah, I've started a company called Pushy, with 2 E's, of hydration powders for pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. So really making a full branded effort here with the doula work, but that hopefully will allow me to continue filmmaking and continue pursuing creative work. Unfortunately, I just wish it wasn't the case that we had to make all these things, but if you're resourceful and you can find a way, then it's amazing. And that has led me to creating this company, which I'm so excited about.
Well, I love that. Congratulations, both of you. And I can see this being an actual TV series down the road. So you're doing all the right things. So hopefully down the road we'll be talking when you're on a network television.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hope so
All
too.
right. Well, I'm going to have all your social media links down below. Everyone can follow your journey going forward. And hopefully I'll run into you at Southwest.
Yeah, see you there.
Absolutely.